Okay, guys, we're live. Okay. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Today we want to talk about the difference between what?
Tantrums versus meltdowns.
Tantrums and meltdowns.
Wait, I already know someone who does a tantrum and meltdown.
I know tantrums.
Wells does a lot of tantrums. He hasn't been doing meltdowns.
Well, do not put your hand over her mouth, please. I told you
He
something.
hasn't been doing meltdowns recently, but he's more tantrumist.
I do not do tantrums either.
Actually, you do. And Zita, you're right. He hasn't been doing a lot of meltdowns. He's getting used to some of the things that he had sensitivity to. So, number one difference between a tantrum and a meltdown is what?
A meltdown is like when you can't handle something like noise, you have to like cover your ears or like put on headphones.
Mm-hmm.
I see like autistic kids have headphones on because they can't stand loud noises.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, yeah.
Right.
And but a tantrum is like when you like want something very bad that you get angry and upset.
Mama, that's like the overall definition.
Hey, you told me that yesterday.
I know, but you remembered. And when I was telling you yesterday, you already knew some things, and you remembered like everything I said.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of meltdowns from this one student in my class.
Oh, okay. Tell us about the meltdowns that you see.
Well, the student keeps hitting his head on a pole. He even tried to choke himself with a jump rope. He tied it around his neck and then he pulled it.
What?
I had to tell him to stop doing that.
Really? Well, don't say any names. But
I'm not
is it in your class?
his name. Yes.
Oh my God. What makes you think that's a meltdown and not a tantrum?
Well, he did not want something. So
right.
It's kind of like both because he did not. It was not because of the noise or not because of something that is not because.
Well, sometimes it's because of something that you don't even know. Like it doesn't even have to be noise. Like remember when Wells would have a meltdown when he sees tiny stickers.
Oh yeah.
Like we could be walking on the road and Wells just goes to another side of the road. Like I would be scared because what if there was a car coming and he wasn't even paying attention? But that's because maybe on the sidewalk there's like a tiny sticker. He hated tiny stickers. But now you can tolerate it a little bit, right, Wells?
Yeah, he used to hate stickers, like all of the stickers. But now he doesn't. But now he still just hates tiny stickers.
Yeah, he can stand the big stickers, but not the tiny stickers. Wells, why do you not like the tiny stickers? What do they do to you?
They scare me.
The tiny stickers, they scare you. But the big stickers don't?
Mm-hmm. He's kind of getting used to them.
Oh, wow. The tiny stickers scare you. So a meltdown, a child really isn't in control of their emotions. Okay?
Actually, the tiny stickers always get wet.
The tiny stickers get wet. And that's what you don't like?
Mm-hmm. They get wet sometimes.
Okay. Well, a meltdown, a child is not in control.
And I don't want to pick it up.
Okay, Wells, can you not interrupt me again because I'm talking right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a meltdown, a child is not in control of their emotions. And a tantrum, a child can control their emotions. Like Zita said, a tantrum is when a child wants something. They're just screaming and yelling because they want something. And sometimes it's not even something tangible. Sometimes they want attention, right? And then they throw a tantrum. But a meltdown is when a child cannot help the sensitivity around them. There's something around them that they're sensitive to. And it doesn't even have to be just loud noise or sometimes it's not even loud noise. Sometimes it's a different kind of noise. It doesn't even have to be loud. It could be a screeching sound and that's something that sets them off, right? So that's like a major difference between a meltdown and a tantrum. Another difference, Mama, you're going to say something?
I actually sometimes have like a little bit of meltdowns because I kind of don't like the screeching noise from the plastic plates. Not the plastic plates, like the cafeteria plates.
In your school,
Yes.
you don't like the noise from the screeching
Yeah,
noise
when
from
you
the.
you screech it and like break it, I don't like that noise.
Yeah.
So I just go sit somewhere else.
Well, good job controlling your meltdown, Mama. Good job. So, number 2 difference is a tantrum we can ignore. We can absolutely ignore a tantrum because kids are kids. They will throw a tantrum just to get what they want. That one, it's okay as parents to ignore those tantrums. But a meltdown, we want to be careful not to ignore it because, like we said, the kid doesn't even know what they're doing or cannot control their emotions. It's just something around them. So,
And not only autistic kids do it, because someone in my class does it and he's not autistic.
does what?
He has lots of meltdowns.
What does it do when he has a meltdown?
He hits his head on the pole. He tries to choke his.
Oh, the same kid you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
he also scratches himself with like something that's very sharp.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
On his head.
Oh, my goodness. So he has owies all over his head?
Yeah.
Okay. So, a meltdown, I would say the best thing for a meltdown is to, what, you don't like me touching your back?
I don't like it touching.
Don't make him have
Yeah,
another
touch
meltdown. Mom.
Be quiet. So a meltdown, I would say the best thing for a meltdown is to avoid it. So parents, especially parents of autistic children, you want to be around your kids enough to understand what causes their meltdowns, what can trigger it, so that you avoid it altogether. Because children on the spectrum, like Zita is saying, her friend is not even on the spectrum, but who knows, right? But children on the spectrum especially will find a way to soothe themselves when they're having a meltdown. And sometimes those ways that they find are not really good and they're very harmful to them. So you'll see kids banging their head on the wall and you would think that it hurts them. And it does hurt them, but the truth is that it doesn't hurt them as much as whatever they're trying to run away from. So the thing that is stimulating their senses, the thing that is making them uncomfortable at that time is more painful to them than the pain that they're getting from banging their head on the wall. I know it sounds crazy, but that is the truth. So that's why you want to avoid it altogether, because after they bang their head on the wall, of course, naturally, now they're going to get a headache. Now the head.
He had to go to the nurse. Actually,
He has to go to the nurse, right?
After-
Exactly.
He had to go to the nurse and he had to leave school early.
Exactly. So now there's more complications to deal with because your child was banging their head on the wall because of the sensitivity. So you want to really, really avoid meltdowns from happening. But if it does happen, then you have to seek measures in place that can that can minimize the damage or the effect of whatever it is that they had to do to pull through the situation. So that's why some autistic kids wear helmets so that if they have to bang their heads, the impact is not so much. And then some of them would wear, like Zita said, headphones, big headphones to block their ears from too much noise. So those are the things that you want to do. And for Williams, it's not to bring
headphones.
no, he doesn't. He got used to the noise of the blender and everything. But for Williams with the sticker situation, if I see that he's having trouble with a sticker, I will take the sticker away or we'll turn the thing the other way so that he's not looking at the sticker if it's a sticker that we cannot pull out. But over time,
sometimes he thinks something like small is a sticker, but it's actually not. So we just cover it up.
Exactly. So we just cover it up just so that we don't cause a meltdown. But there's times. Do not think that a meltdown is something that your child has to have forever. Yes, they could have sensitivity to something right now, but it doesn't mean that we cannot help them get over that thing. Like for Williams, he hated the sound of blenders and vacuum cleaners, but over time, with me working with him,
He did.
and me working with him and me asking him to blend the stuff himself and help me with the vacuum, he kind of got used to it slowly and slowly. So just because it's something that causes a meltdown still doesn't mean that you cannot help your child get used to it a little bit better. But it's something that you have to do intentionally. Do not just ignore them and say, oh, get over it. It's just a blender, or get over it. It's just a sticker. No, you have to over time teach them how to manage the situation, so to speak, right? So even with Will, sometimes Zita would have stickers because Zita likes stickers, and then we'll tell him not to look at Zita's stickers because I can't have Zita not having stickers just because Wells doesn't like stickers, right?
I don't
So-
really like stickers anymore.
Yeah. Anymore. But at that time, you would bring stickers home, and sometimes I'll be like, okay, Wells, don't look at Zita's stickers. Just
I like used to like stick them.
leave her
on my
alone and
house.
everything. And I think that helped him too to kind of get used to it. Whatever fears that he had with stickers, he saw that whatever he thought was going to happen to him was not happening to Zita, right? So I think that also helped him to get used to stickers.
Get used to big stickers, I guess.
So another difference between a tantrum and a meltdown is a tantrum you can distract from. So if your child is having a tantrum, you can actually, maybe not easily, but you can actually distract them from it by, I wouldn't say give them what they want, because
Sometimes do that. Sometimes. But
don't give them what they want if they're having a tantrum. If Wells is having a tantrum because he wants something, he's definitely not getting it at that time, because tantrums cannot be rewarded. Do you hear me?
Mhm.
Just because you want something
Yeah.
doesn't mean you should start yelling and screaming because you want it, because
Well-
then I'm not going to give it to you.
Well, you sometimes give it to him, but like less of what you were supposed to give it.
I do.
Yeah, you sometimes give it to him, but less, and then you sometimes take away the iPad
Take
For
away
the-
the iPad
for the
Okay.
whole day.
Well, yeah. So anyway, bottom line is I don't give into tantrums, and I sometimes would even give consequences for tantrums, because you can use your words, right? And ask for what you want. And even when you do use your words nicely, it doesn't mean that I have to give it to you, right? I'll give it to you when I feel like it's the right thing to do, right, Ross?
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like it's not the right thing to do, should I give it to you?
No.
Exactly. So even if you scream and yell, should I give it to you?
No.
Okay. So there's no point screaming and yelling because you're not going to get it anyway. So, but a tantrum can be distracted from. You can distract him into doing something else. But a meltdown is something that your child is going through. As long as that thing that is causing the meltdown is still there, it's hard for that child to be distracted, right? Because that thing is still there. Say, for
I
instance,
actually know what causes a meltdown for some people.
you know what causes a meltdown?
Yes.
What?
Like maybe like sometimes when you get an answer wrong, they like try to hurt themselves.
They try to hurt themselves for getting the answer wrong.
Yeah, and there's another student in my class who did that.
And you don't think that's a tantrum?
Well,
They're just mad because they got the answer wrong.
I think it's a meltdown.
You think it's a meltdown?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I'm about to fall off this chair. Okay.
you're about to fall off the chair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So I think we've talked about it enough. So for a tantrum, I already said you can ignore a child. Hold on, guys. Let me push this. We're still trying to figure out where to do our videos. This place has better lighting, so I'm thinking about here. But then,
Mommy,
I don't
it's
know how to-
14. We should go.
yeah.
It's
Okay, so
8:14.
a tantrum, child is in control of their emotion. A meltdown, no. A tantrum is caused by a child wanting something, and a meltdown is caused by a child not being able to handle what's going on around them. And a tantrum, you can distract the child. A meltdown, not so much. And a tantrum, you can ignore. But a meltdown, you shouldn't ignore. Instead, you should try to avoid and then take measures to limit the damage or the effect of the meltdown. So I hope you guys enjoyed this this video this morning. Help us share it, follow us, like it, comment, all the good stuff. If you watch it on replay, say hashtag replay.
Mhm.
All right, so you guys Take care. We're taking Wells to social skills. He loves his social skills. He can't wait to go.
Yeah.
You didn't really say much today, Wells.
We said we did all the talking.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the one who did all the talking.
Wells, you didn't really say
the-
much.
You're
Chisel, can you sit down properly,
You're,
please?
but he's the meaning of this. But why do I have to sit down properly?
Can you sit down properly, please?
Why?
5.
Ah!
Wells, you didn't really say much today. Do you have anything to say?
He's the purpose of the video.
Do you have anything to say?
If you like the video, subscribe and comment down below.
Okay. Do you have anything to say about meltdowns and tantrums?
Can you help me, Mommy?
Okay. Do you have it? What should a parent do if their child is having a tantrum?
They should not give it to it.
They should not give in to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just ignore that child and tell them when you're ready to talk or when you're ready to point and tell me what you want if you're nonverbal, right? But it's important that a child has a way to communicate, though. If your child doesn't have a way to communicate, then tantrums are inevitable. They're gonna have tantrums because they're trying to communicate. So, but if your child can communicate, whether it's by writing it down, showing you a card, whatever it is, if they're having a tantrum, ignore it. Do not reward it. Have them communicate to you what they want. All right. So if you're just joining us, just replay this, rewind it, and watch it again. We talked about the difference between tantrums and meltdowns and what you should do. All right. So you guys, bye. Thank you for watching.
Bye. Peace.
Peace.